Some of us get high cards, aces. Strong families, good health, good financial situations. Some of us get low cards. These are things like bad health, not so good families, and also not so good financial situations. Tonight, I want to make this real for everyone in here. I'm actually going to deal you a card. Take one, pass it down. Take one, pass it down. Back there. Now, I have a question. Did any of you choose the card I just dealt you? Anybody? No. Being that no one chose the card they were just dealt, that's life. And we don't choose in life where we're born, we don't choose the family we get, and also, we don't choose the current circumstances we start off with in life. But the real question is, what do you do with the card that you're dealt? The hardest decision you ever make in life isn't about money, relationships, or career. It's about whether you'll let life play you, or will you take control and decide your own path. Where these cards were dealt, I'm sure some of you guys was probably thinking once you looked at your card, I didn't really like the card that I got. Why me? Why didn't I get better cards? But the truth is, complaining won't change your hand. Wishing you had better cards won't reshuffle the deck. And the longer you focus on what you didn't get, that's the less time you actually spend playing the game. Have you ever known someone who spends more time talking about their problems than doing anything to solve them? I know I have. So yeah, that's like holding a bad hand and refusing to play because, quote, life's unfair. But life doesn't care about fair. Life rewards those who play the game no matter what they were dealt. But then you also have the people that fold. They see their cards, and instead of finding a way to win, they just give up. Oh, I wasn't born rich. I don't have great parents. I didn't have any great connections. So they decide that success, happiness, and fulfillment aren't for them. But let me ask you as well, have you also ever seen someone who had every reason to quit, but they didn't? They turned their circumstances around despite what they were given. And that's because real winners in life understand something very simple. That even if you're dealt a bad hand, you can still win. Now, I want to add a little twist tonight. I want everyone to look at the card really quick. And I also want you to think about what this represents to you in your life. Maybe it's your childhood. Maybe it's your career. Or maybe it's your relationships with different people in your life. Now I want you to do one thing. Turn to the person next to you and swap cards. Now, what you just experienced is something that most people dream of. A chance to trade in their circumstances and get something better, or at least something different. But let me ask you, how many of you actually feel like you won that trade? Oh, you didn't? Okay, cool. Well, hey, that's life. And the thing about it is, we think that if we had someone else's situation, we'd be better off. But here's the truth. No matter what hand you were given, it's still you who has to play it. A new card doesn't automatically make you a better player. In fact, the people who win in life, they don't always get the best cards. but they do know how to bluff a little, trade, and also strategize their way to win. None of you got to choose the card that you were given. But what if I told you you do get to decide how to use it? Again, you can trade it, you can play strategically, or you can just hold them close to your chest. But to do that, you do need one thing, and that's clarity. You need to decide what you're playing for, because if you don't, then life is going to decide what to play for you. Remember the cards that were given. Life handed you all something random. But now, you have a choice. Will you use it, play it, or let it define you? This deck describes life. We all never control what we're dealt, but we always control how we play. So I'll leave you with this question. What game are you playing? Have you decided, or you let life decide it for you? Thank you.